This is my first ever vlog.
I get the perfect bite.
Mesmerized by the mountain. Saw a baby moose.
And we're gonna make sandwiches because tomorrow we have to get up at 3 a.m.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Max.
And we are vlogging for the first time ever. So this is our trip to the Canadian Rockies. We landed in Calgary last night. We made our inaugural stop at Tim Hortons this morning, and we are on our way up to Jasper. So follow along as we explore a new part of the world to us.
Of course, we had to get the Timbits. We got a 10-piece. I got this breakfast box, which looks phenomenal. Max is almost done with his bagel. Wait, focus.
The toasted marshmallow cold brew.
Alright, so as we are on this 170-kilometer drive up to Jasper, figured I'd give a little bit of background of this trip. So we actually rented a camper van from Outdoorsy, which is kind of like an Airbnb. And so we'll be sleeping in a van. So we will spend a couple of days, I think just one night in Jasper. Then we are doing Lake Moraine on Monday morning, bright and early, 4 a.m. start. And then we'll be spending the rest of the week in Banff. We're here for a total of 6 nights. 7 days, so we'll do a lot of hiking. We're planning to see the hot springs. Anything else? Not really anything else.
Wildlife overpass.
Why don't we have those in America?
Because it sucks in America.
All right, we are on our first hike of the trip. Where did we pull off? Couldn't tell you. Well, I'll put the name on the screen. Some kind of falls, which we saw right at the beginning, which were really pretty. And it seemed like everyone and their mother stopped to look there. We decided to do the 6.3 kilometer hike. We stopped seeing people within like 5 minutes. So we have the trail to ourselves. It's really pretty, like gorgeous. And hopefully at the end we're rewarded with a great view to eat our lunch. All right, so we just finished our hike at Sunwapta Falls. 7.67 miles, 666 feet of elevation gain. I always say gang. How you feeling, Max?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty accomplished?
Yeah.
Good. So we said we were going to take it easy the first day.
And we did.
No, we didn't. We definitely did not. But we'll see.
Sure.
But yeah, so now we're going to head back to Jasper, or towards Jasper town, and we'll get checked into our campsite, and I'll do a little tour of the van for you, and we'll probably sleep really hard tonight. All right, so here's just like a really quick tour of the van. So there's the bed. And you spin around, and there's a little kitchen with some storage up above, some storage down below. This is actually the toilet. I hope we don't have to use it. And then the curtains up to the front seat. Making some taco meat to go with our taco supplies. It did all fit in one pan.
Yeah.
And this is the view. Wow. Now you may eat your mozzarella. The mozzarella. Crispy garlic. Ooh, that was garlicky. I get the perfect bite. Mesmerized by the mountains. So we just did Malign Lake. We're driving down Malign Road now, heading back towards Jasper. It was amazing. We did the Moose Lake Trail. It's only about, was it like 2 kilometers? But they don't call it Moose Lake for nothing. We saw a... I guess I should show you what he's looking at. On this drive, we have seen a marmot. We saw a bald eagle.
Elk.
We saw elk, 2 elk. And then on that hike, we saw three moose. We saw a bull, we saw a cow, and we saw a baby moose. So it was fantastic. Even though there were a lot of people there, I feel like the moose were like either used to seeing people or something like that, because they just kept munching away at their kelp or seaweed or whatever was at the bottom of the lake, and they were just hanging out. If anything, like, I assume the baby was so young that it just is still drinking just milk, and so he was just kind of staring at us. He had no interest in eating the seaweed or the kelp, but the bull and the cow were both munching away, dipping their head underwater for like a while and then coming up with some snacks. So it was fantastic. I wish we had more time at Jasper. I guess we'll see if I say that at the end of the week after we spend the next 4 full days in Banff, but so far Jasper's been absolutely incredible. Any input from Max?
I'm blown away by everything.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So we stopped at Athabasca Falls and just kind of took a look at the waterfalls there. Just like kind of like yesterday at the other falls, we just like walked a little bit more into the park, and you definitely saw less people. It wasn't quite as significantly less as yesterday, but there are definitely people that just get off the tour bus, go look for 5 minutes, and then get back on the bus, so they don't really have much time to even walk like 50 meters, if that. So we stopped, had a little detour, and now we are headed towards, what is it called? Parker Ridge. Now we're headed towards Parker Ridge, and Max is going to hike the ridge, and I'm going to watercolor. So we just pulled off at Columbia, I'm referencing the map, Columbia Ice Fields. We didn't do a tour or anything like that. You can do a tour and then you can actually walk on the glacier. We just walked up to it as far as you could as the general public, which wasn't that close. I mean, there was like water that trickled down and in front of it, and so we could walk kind of close to that, but we couldn't really get onto the glacier, touch the glacier. But I know that there are a lot of different plans and tours, I think, that'll take you there. So I've heard that it's highly recommended. We just didn't have enough time in Jasper. I really wish we did. It's about 5 o'clock. We still haven't gotten to Max's hike at Parker Ridge quite yet. That's our next stop. It's not far. It's about 15 kilometers away. So I feel like that shouldn't take us too long to get there. I mean, it's what, 10 miles? So that's where Max will do his individual hike and I will do some watercoloring. All right, there he goes. Overall, pretty good site. And we'll have burgers and we're gonna make sandwiches because tomorrow we have to get up at 3 a.m. Yikes is right. So we had a 3:10 a.m. start time this morning. We got up, we got to the Moraine Lake shuttle, and we were on the 4 o'clock bus. We sat, we made some coffee. It was a little cloudy today, so we didn't really get to see the sunrise, but it was still gorgeous. And now we're doing the Sentinel Pass hike, so it's about 7 miles round trip, and just gonna take it easy and then probably eat a big meal. How you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Ready to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right, we'll keep going. We're leaving Moraine Lake now. We did Sentinel Pass. Most of it.
90%.
90%. The last switchbacks, like I said, we didn't finish it because they got us. Our little East Coast bodies could not adjust to the altitude. It was hard. It was intense. But our opinions on Moraine Lake. Max, would you like to start?
Undeniably beautiful, exceptionally pretty, but everything here is kind of exceptionally pretty. So I would say it's not that much better than other places along the Icefields Parkway. Given the hassle and the crowds of getting there, I think it could be skipped.
Yeah. When we got there at 4:30ish, we found a spot to make coffee, and ideally we watched the sunrise, but it was quite cloudy, so we just kind of watched the mountains wake up a little bit, which was fun. Like, we made coffee, we sat there, we enjoyed it. We kind of froze our butts off a little bit. It was a little chilly. Kept adding more layers. It was a little rainy, so it was a little cold, but just waking up with the mountains is pretty fun. And no one was really there, so we got some great pictures. As there was some low clouds rolling in. But then we went and did the hike, and it took us a while. It took us 6 hours. I think it took us 6 hours to hike about 6 miles. And we took lots of stops, let me tell you. And we came back to chaos. Like, I think everybody's entry pass had kicked in. All of the bus tours were there. And so when we got down, we were just like, let's go. So that is why it is now 2:10. We've already hiked for 6 hours today, and we are headed to check into Tunnel Mountain.
I think so.
Tunnel Mountain down in Banff. They have showers. We have not showered yet. We got here Friday, It is now Monday. We have not showered, and we've done how much hiking? So we're pretty gross. And so we're gonna shower, and then we're gonna head into Banff town to get like a meal. A meal. Good morning. It is not morning anymore. It is 2:20 p.m. Oops. We went into Banff this morning, into Banff town for some brunch at Good Folks, and it was fantastic. I got the mushroom omelet and a side of the blueberry bison sausage. Max, what did you have?
I had the flat iron steak
And eggs.
and eggs, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was fantastic. It's not in Banff town per se. It's a little bit further out.
Town. It's just not downtown.
It's not downtown. It's not on the main street, or like in the main shopping area, but you can take a bus downtown and then walk. Which bus is very important here. We've learned the Rome Transit. It's free if you go from a campsite, and then it's $2 back to your campsite, and you can download the app and purchase a pass there or single use there, which has been really helpful. This morning we also visited Banff, the Fairmount Springs Hotel. Walked around there, got a coffee, saw Bow River Falls.
Yeah.
Yes. And then walked into downtown, and now we're back. So we're heading to Johnston Falls now. We'll do like a quick little like 3.5 mile hike to see the upper falls, and we'll pass the lower falls on the way. So hopefully a little recovery from yesterday's large hike. Yeah. Hi. So we just got back to camp after Johnston Falls today. Max did Ink Pot hike, and I went back down to the car. We're going to Lake Louise tomorrow, and so I know I need to be prepared for that. Here's Max back from the bathroom. So didn't hike as much as Max did, but now we're making dinner. We got some dumplings, we got some Mongolian beef going. Yeah, it'll be good. And then gonna crack open
A cold one.
a cold one. Grizzly Paw Soda Company root beer. I would say we're root beer aficionados.
Indeed.
So here we go. First sip. First sniff. And then first sip. I think it's pretty good. It's quite creamy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like cream soda-y.
Pretty good. Recommend it. I hope it's made here. Yes, it's made in Canmore. Good. Could you imagine we picked up a root beer and it was like, made in Pittsburgh? All right, it is Wednesday evening. We just got back to our campsite. Max is gonna go shower. We spent the day at Lake Louise. We did Big Beehive, we did Little Beehive, and we did Lake Agnes. The tea house, unfortunately, the credit card reader was down, and we have not been carrying Canadian dollars around, so we couldn't consume anything there. But it was really pretty. It was really cute. Wish we could have gone. Note to self for next time. we ended up hiking, I think, a little under 8 miles. It was tough. It was about 2,200 feet in elevation gain. So it was a tough hike. We're a little tired, but Max said that if I did the hard part of the hike, which was going up to Big Beehive, then we could get Korean food for dinner. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So Max is on his way to go shower, and then it'll be my turn because we only bought 1 bottle of soap, and then we'll head into Banff town again to get some dinner. When we were in Jasper, we picked up this sticker. We have a roof tent at home, so we'll be putting that on the roof tent. And then I also collect fridge magnets for us because it's not bulky. You can always use magnets. So I always get those from somewhere that we've been. So I got this one, but now we need a Banff one and a Banff sticker. So we popped into Cool as a Moose yesterday, and I actually saw a magnet that I liked, but it was way too crowded in there that I was like, I'm not purchasing this. So hopefully it'll be less crowded when we go tonight, or tomorrow night. We have dinner reservations too. So we'll see. But yeah, we're just gonna get ready for dinner now. I forgot to share with you at the time that on our last day in Canada, we went to Yamnuska to their wolf dog sanctuary. It is the only wolf dog sanctuary in Canada, and they have volunteers who do demonstrations with the dogs.